the word cost doesn't always have to mean money. If you value your energy more than you do your money, you're going to be looking at your energy like, how am I spending that?
Just even the work that just comes with keeping the relationship going, because love don't just, maintain on its own. It's the time, the energy spent, and the patience, honey.
That costs. So you feel like love costs.
But it's not that we're in search of it. It's just, does he hear me?
If you got a lot of abundance, mentally, you're going to have abundance around you. Physically,
what is your aspirations, your goals, so that way you can be able to take whatever you have and you're just leveling up even more, because that's my mindset. So I just want to make sure our mindsets meet at this point. Let's flip the script.
You can get something started if you broke. Sometimes the anticipation be the real destination.
Okay, all right.
So
it's the same for me. It's the little things. It's the simple things.
When I really care about somebody, everything they tell me go right in the memory bank.
Yeah. For you to be able to make your deposits later.
Yep, pretty much.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Britt. You are back with another episode of Beaut Tea. Oh, let me show y'all. Shout out to Brown. So my boo got me that, y'all. So welcome to your relationship podcast, where me and my special guests, we take relationship topics, challenges, and struggles. We deep dive into that thing with the overall goal of bringing positivity and, more importantly, healthier relationships to all. So welcome to another episode, y'all. And as promised, I do have another special guest with me, and I'm going to let him introduce himself, what it is that he does. He might look familiar to a lot of you guys if you've been following him.
Yes, indeed. I'm pretty sure y'all seen me somewhere. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I go by Koncistent. I'm the hardest freestyle rapper out of Cleveland. I do the gospel side. I do a whole bunch of different aspects of it. So, I rap, so yeah.
All right, now, you threw it out there, so I just got to, take it and run with it.
Yeah.
Freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
But can we get a little snippet
before
we get started, y'all?
Definitely. Definitely, I could do a quick freestyle,
Okay.
I'm going to actually do it about love.
Oh,
okay.
I love it.
So I'm going to say this. One thing about love is y'all tight like a glove, and y'all can fly like a dove, but either way, is gifted from the heavens above. You see, I'm consistent. I come militant on the way that I rhyme, but I know one thing about me and my girl, the love is going to be divine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout them out, y'all. Y'all know that was dope. So I like that, because it takes talent to be able to do it right straight off the dome like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, it's a gift from God.
Yeah, only God can give that type of gift and ability. So shout out to you. You're doing your thing out there for sure. And I, of course, had to get someone as dope as him so we can be able to deep dive into this topic, y'all. And it is, so does love cost a thing?
Ooh.
So I know you guys, for those, okay, maybe I might be dating myself at this point, but some of y'all remember the movie Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Or some of us remember the chart topper for Jennifer Lopez song, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Both were pretty much, kind of ringing bells for all of us. And it really had me pondering, because as of recently, and I think I was telling you this off camera, there was a podcast episode with Paul Pierce, so shout out to Paul Pierce, where they were discussing the similar topic. And although I could feel him to a certain degree, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be interesting, y'all. This is gonna be a very debatable topic. So his argument is that for men, love doesn't cost a thing, because what they're looking for is something that us women can just be able to provide without spending any money. So that's being the safe space for them, so they can be able to let out their tears or let out their frustrations and not be judged. And he said that for women, however, it does cost money. Whether it's you taking her out, whether it's you buying her flowers or buying her favorite candy. He said for some reason, for women, it always costs money. So first off, do y'all agree? So throw it in the comment section if y'all feel like, yeah, he got a point, and I'm my gents might actually agree with that, and I get it. And, for my beauties, what y'all think? Does love cost a thing? Now, I will say, at first I was so ready to jump in and be like, no, we do not.
Right.
And I had to pump my brakes. I had to pump my brakes. And I was like, wait, this could be interesting because my answer is not what you guys may think. But I can't wait to be able to, again, you'll get the male and female side of it. So that way we can be able to really find out what truly does it take. You know, when it comes to love, does it take money or is it more than that? Yeah. So it's a hot topic for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I might as well just start it off. Let's get it while it's hot. Let's get this tea time going.
Let's get it. Let's stir it up.
What do you feel? Let's turn up for real. I'm ready. Okay. So do you feel as though love costs?
Okay, so first I got to sip of my tea.
Let's go ahead and sip this. Let's sip this real quick.
Okay. So I feel like the word cost doesn't always have to mean money.
Okay.
So in ways, I believe that love can cost, whether it's, your time. Because they say time is money.
That's what they say.
So I feel like everything is energy.
Yeah.
So if you value your energy more than you do your money, you're going to be looking at your energy like, how am I spending that?
Okay.
So I believe that on a spiritual level, that love do cost a lot of things because it's you sacrificing a lot of your time, a lot of your energy.
Yeah.
So it definitely costs something as far as just putting somebody in your life. So I believe it costs in that type of way.
Okay. Okay. And I would agree. I think it does go beyond the money spent. It does deal with, the time or just even the work that just comes with keeping the relationship going. Because love don't just, maintain on its own. So I was saying before I was really interrupted by my son, comes with being mom, I guess, that love does cost. And a lot of times it's not just the money. It definitely comes from maybe it's the time, the energy spent, and the patience, honey.
Like that costs.
Everything, you know what I mean? So it don't always have to be the tangible. It can be the intangible things that, definitely cost. So I will say too, though, when I really thought about it, I think a lot of it has to do with we all know about Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages. Most women, ours is gifts. Most, not all, but most of them is the gifts.
Right.
And even that, it's just the thought and consideration. You know what I mean? So if it's just grabbing a Dollar Tree card and writing a sweet little note, we care more about the note than we do that you spent $1 on the card. It's the thoughtfulness, that really counts. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my argument with that. But again, I want to hear what y'all think. So, tap in, throw some love in the comments. Let us know. Are we on the right track or y'all got something to add to that?
So you feel like love costs?
So I was trying real hard to argue with him. I was like, no, it don't cost.
Right.
Women, we're simple, and we really are simple.
Okay.
But I guess when we get to hint, hint, and wink, wink, and what we want, I guess it do sometimes involve money.
Yes.
But it's not that we're in search of it. It's just, does he hear me? So again, it kind of goes a little bit more deeper than just the money in your pocket spending it. Does he hear me? Am I being heard? Similar to Paul Pierce's example of a man just wants a safe space and wants to be heard and wants to be respected. It's similar, and I'm sure there's men that appreciate gifts as well too. So it don't just go one way. You mean to tell me birthdays roll around, Christmas roll around?
I love my gifts, y'all.
Okay, they say, what's my gift?
Right.
The safe space is nice, but what women watch to ask for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you feel like, I know you said that you were saying that the love can be the energy and things of that nature. I think that also when it comes to social media, it hypes this thing up. So aside from the clip that I seen, how do you feel like social media has been an influence into speaking truth on this topic?
I feel like if you're looking at everybody else and then you're looking at what you're doing inside of your relationship, they say comparison is a thief of joy. So I feel like you shouldn't really compare your situation, especially if y'all know what y'all situation is right now. If we're not on yachts right now, we're just not on yachts, but we're working towards it.
Right.
So, if you know you in that stage, looking at that stuff all the time could be a little discouraging at times. But, you know, with you having the right mindset, I think the proper person should be able to, you know, understand that person's situation. And then, like, let's say we thugging it out. Then, you know, we both 9 to 5, and the things that I do for you, I'm still gonna do it, even if it's not on that grander scale.
Yeah.
Because once we get there, it's gonna be there. It's always gonna be a consistent flow of giving.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just about different levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I do believe love can cost.
Okay.
Because, you know,
I agree.
you like your Browns jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like stuff that you into. So if I know that and we together, I feel like I would make that part of my identity now to make sure that you got what you need. So
yeah,
love can cost. Yeah.
it can cost. And I think that really, once I got to really thinking it in my mind and really trying to map out this whole topic and how it was going to go and flow, I'm like, you know what? The reality is it does. But to your point, it can definitely go beyond the money. And I agree with you. I think that a lot of times we can be able to build together. Let's thug this thing out, like you said, and we can figure this out as we go along. And I think that we know that eventually, yeah, we starting off getting maybe some gifts from Target. But and Target, send me a check. But it could be able to elevate to now we're in Louis Vuitton and Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I've seen a lot of successful, happily married folks that's exactly what it was, that they grinded it out together, that they understood the assignment for each other and was each other's, you know, I'm going to hold you down. You going to hold me down. We going to figure this thing out. We going to bump the road, you know, bump our heads a couple times, but we're going to eventually get it. And we're going to, you know, strive and thrive. And to their success, you know, now they're the ones that you see on social media with, you know, millions of followers, but it started off somewhere, you know, and I think that people need to just appreciate the somewhere, the little things that really count, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that in itself I've learned. And oh yeah, you guys, I forgot to tell y'all, kind of switching up on y'all. 2.5 years, Faith Journal been very faithful.
Wow.
But it was time to upgrade. Shout out to my mom. She was actually one who gifted me this one. And ironically, without her even realizing, she gifted me my upgrade. So, and y'all, yes, the Faith Journal's soon coming for y'all too. But just so I can stay on topic, y'all know how I likes to do. And I ain't done this in a while too. You know, I had so much to say before the camera started rolling. And it's like, oh shit, what I was going to say. It definitely is special. So much that I can't figure out how I want to say it. So let's see here. Do you feel as though when it comes to the movie, so I want to kind of backtrack just a little bit to the Love Don't Cost a Thing movie.
Okay, I'm gonna make you love me, babe.
I know. Now shout out to Nick Cannon. You know, I grew up watching him, so you know, nice little superstar. He been, you know, obviously in the media for other things as of lately. But shout out to him nonetheless. You know, if you want to keep making kids, have at it.
He got a football team.
And then some, I feel like, because it's probably more to come. So, you know, but that's what he into. And
now that cost a thing.
He can afford it. Right.
No, that's cost.
All right. Good luck to you. You know, better you than me. That's what they say. So I would say when it comes to the movie, remember he was spending all this money and doing all these things to impress the girl.
Yes.
And so that she would, you know, that she would find him attractive, that she would like him, and that she would fall for him. Do you feel as though that is necessary?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I thought you were going with the absolutely. I'm like, oh, I got to hear this.
I feel like if the connection is there, the connection is there.
Okay.
You know, I could see potential in somebody if it hasn't been kindled yet or sparked.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you might meet that someone that was spark and kindle in you. And, you know, before you know it, you where you need to be.
That's true.
So, you know, I feel like you don't really need to, you know, be too flossy to get the right one for you. But, you know, I feel like if you do get the right one and you are flossy, she eventually be around you and be like, okay, he doing this, he doing that. You don't got to just flodge it all the way out. You can be low key with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think you need that to get a woman out.
Okay.
You know, I think you just need the right courage and confidence, you know, and everything else will come with it. Yeah.
So the courage and confidence is all that the guy needs, right?
In the first stage.
Okay.
In the
It ain't
first
gonna
stage.
last always.
Yeah, right,
Okay,
right.
I
In the
got you.
first stage.
Okay.
You know, then once we start prioritizing each other, then it's like, okay, I see how you live. I see how you know, we gotta figure out something that we can grow
Okay.
together, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can organically grow. And I got you. I got you. And I could also agree with that as well. I do feel as though, it for me, let me stop lying, y'all. Back in the day, that did matter.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Not gonna lie to nobody. Back in the day, it did matter because I was looking to see how is he dressing, what is he riding, and a little bit, fast forward a couple years, then I'm like, okay, I wonder what's in his bank account. And it's not that I want the money, but I want to know, is he able to save a couple of dollars? You know what I mean? So it goes beyond just, oh, I want his money, because eventually I leveled up to the point where I want my own money, and I would love for us to be able to collab and let's get this money together. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But even back then, it's like, okay, well, you good, because I don't want you looking for me for money. So
Right.
like, hey, hold me down. I need this, I need that, because I kind of dealt with that when I was dealing with a guy that was like in jail, and I had never dealt with something like that, and so I'm paying money to be able to talk to him on the phone.
Right. JP.
I'm up here paying my right. I'm like, it's getting expensive. I'm only working at this clothing store. I ain't making a whole lot of money. That's $25 every time. Like,
Right. Yeah.
So that didn't last long, as you already know. But I was like, I don't want a guy where that has to be the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want you to be able to hold your own. That's really the main thing. And then as I've gotten a little bit older, past even that one, it was just more so, what is your aspirations, your goals, so that way you can be able to take whatever you have and you're just leveling up even more, because that's my mindset. So I just want to make sure our mindsets meet at this point. It don't necessarily have to be our bank accounts meet at the same point, but two equally minded people who have goals that are probably beyond people could even think of or dream, the money don't come. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I was just about to add to. I believe that I agree with what you said about the bank account, because the bank account is really the reflection of your mental state.
Ooh, it sure
Because,
is.
like, if you got a lot of abundance, mentally, you're going to have abundance around you physically. So I definitely believe, money is, okay, I see where your mind at. But if I figure out that, you just feel like, just you chasing money all the time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you should take some time to smell the roses a little bit.
Yeah. Or maybe you need that time to get to where you don't feel like that's the goal, is to just keep chasing. You know what I mean? Because again, to your point, there are people that God can place in your life that can be able to maybe be that missing link so that you can maybe hit your goal. But I've had some folks that didn't even maybe have that mindset to even want that. They were just content with their 9 to 5. And no shade to that. It's okay to have your 9 to 5 and be content with that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just not the right fit for me, because
Nah.
outside of that, I want to be able to figure out where can these multiple streams of income come from. You know what I mean? And that is going to consist of someone else who also is thinking the same logic. So that way we can be able to bounce ideas off of each other and figure things out. We can be able to maybe be the connecting point of where we're disconnected at. Like, man, I just can't seem to figure this out. And they might be that missing link or have that knowledge base to give me what I'm needing. So I really think that it really is figuring out the internal thoughts and mindset of what they're doing, so we can know where we going from here. What does the future look like for us? Because I'm one of those girls. I don't just think right here and now. I'm always trying to think ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but that's where I'm at with it.
Think and grow rich.
Exactly. Yeah. Or even beyond rich. Let's think wealth. I want that wealth to come, so that way it just keeps coming and keeps coming, and that way it'd be so much abundance of it that it goes on and trickles down to the children's children,
Right.
So that way that legacy is being created. So,
Right.
yeah. Hey, y'all, I know you're enjoying the episode of Beaut Tea. We're going to get right back to it. But first, I have a question for you. Have you been struggling in your relationship, or maybe lack thereof, and just need someone you can trust to talk to? Or maybe you find yourself back in them tired, played out games and wonder, how in the world did I get here? Well, guess what? You now can book a session with me at beautytoe.com and let's talk about it. Let's heal, let's grow, let's build so that way you can become your better self, and that way you can attract what you are desiring and get the relationship that you so deserve. Oh, and don't forget to get your merch, such as hoodies, as well as mugs. Let's sip, let's talk, and let's make that positive change. We're going to become our best self, and I'm going to help you to get there. So again, I have so many to choose from as far as varieties that's best suited for you. Grab the relationship coaching that's going to be that game changer for you. And I can't wait to see you there. What are you waiting for?
So yeah, like I feel like unfortunately we live in a game of Monopoly.
Okay.
So you gotta have some money flowing at the end of the day, whether you like it or you're not. That's a construct we live in.
True.
You gotta have some money, and if you don't, you gotta have some ideas.
That's true.
So to trickle back to the love cost of thing, how do you really feel about like dating broke per se?
How do I feel about dating broke? I'm not a fan of it.
Okay.
Here's why. Now,
so if you were broke, you wouldn't be meeting people.
Well, that's okay. So let's take this and let's tear it apart for a real quick second, and then we're gonna put it back together. So I feel for a female.
Okay.
I do feel as though I do have to have money of my own. Here's one thing that someone taught me, and I wish I could remember who it was. It wasn't my mama, but somebody told me whenever I go on a date to make sure I still have enough to cover my bill.
I like that.
So as terrible as that sounded when I was hearing that, it made sense because I don't want to be stuck like Chuck. You know what I mean?
Real.
And I thank God I have yet to experience something like that. But I've had a girlfriend somewhat similar where she was on a date with a guy and he wanted to go half on the bill.
And first date?
I'm thinking, yeah, no, like half on the bill. I ain't never heard no crazy shit like that. That would be the first and last day. Matter of fact, I will pay the whole bill so that you could be out of my life for good. Because that's ridiculous, because I really do feel as though, although I shouldn't have to pay for the date, I definitely shouldn't be paying half on it either. Like, if you're asking me out, then that's it. Now, I will say that there's been a lot of different things I've seen on social media, even with this, because there's been women that use men for the dates, and they buying lobsters and steaks and all this other expensive stuff. I think even as Gordon from my previous episode said, $300-$400 on lunch. Like,
man, look,
the insanity of taking advantage of someone like that. So, but there are ladies that do that, and there's even maybe some men that take advantage of that. And I think that it's insane. So to go back to your question, I don't know if I would be able to date broke per se, because I always have been taught to have my own, in regards to wherever we going. Maybe it could just be Applebee's. I just gotta have my, what is it, 2 for $22, so I gotta have my $11. But I still wanna just have enough money to be able to have fun. And as you guys know from previous episodes, when we really rocking together, I don't expect the guy to just keep having to pay for dates. I feel like that's not fair either. So eventually it's like, I got it. You ain't got to put your wallet away. Leave it at home, matter of fact.
Right.
Besides your life.
You got to tell me twice.
Because I like to be, passenger princess. So, but yeah, we going to have fun together, and it's on me. You know what I mean? So I don't think you have to necessarily wait to date, but maybe you can find different ways to do it, even if you don't. Maybe if finances are a little tight, walking through the park, doesn't cost much. Even going to a coffee shop, it's just a couple bucks. You know what I mean? I'm sure we got, $2, $3, $4. I don't know. Starbucks kind of high. I don't know. No offense to Starbucks, but
they got some good food though.
But do they?
I've
had their breakfast sandwich, but that's about it. But even just a cup of coffee, or I think it's just really just the quality time spent. It doesn't have to cost a whole lot of money, if even that. You have a picnic at the park, besides walking. Or I've done hikes, those also don't cost anything. You're getting your good exercise, you're getting conversation, good laughs, and it's a fun time. But everybody's different in their own way of what they like to do. It could be
Uno.
chilling at that. It could be playing Uno. There you go. Borrow your cousin's cards from the family reunion and play your Uno game.
Yeah.
So there's just different ways that you can like tweak it. And shoot, in the day of AI, you can be able to just go on there. Hey, what is some inexpensive dates or what are some free dates if it really got to come down to free? So I think there definitely are ways that you could still be able to spend the time with someone and not have to come out your pocket. So what do you say in regards to that? Let's flip the script.
Okay, so what was exactly the initial question?
So I want to know, especially for the guys, do you feel like you could be able to date if you're broke?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
The
definitely.
guy can date the
Yeah.
girl if you're
Well,
broke.
I believe that you can get something started if you broke.
You can.
Yeah, like
Okay,
let's
tell me
say
how.
okay, you're in between transactions. So let's say, you just out here, you thugging, and it just ain't really one of the best weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, you at the store, you find her cute, you go up to her, you talk to her, y'all start texting. I mean, whoop-de-doo.
Mm-hmm. And
Y'all texting, y'all got a nice vibe.
okay, so that takes a
So
couple days to get
you
to
can
know her.
plant the seed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's never the right time to indulge in something that you're attracted to.
Okay.
Because, like, I feel like if I'm broke, then I see you at the store,
Uh-huh.
I might not see you again.
True.
So I'm gonna still take that opportunity because I'm gonna have some money in a couple weeks anyways. Because it's a temporary thing for me.
Okay. Now, are you sharing this information with her that you in between paychecks right now?
Yeah, if she asks.
Okay. Okay, so you're
Yeah,
gonna be honest.
yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Now, has this ever been real life situation for you?
Yeah.
And has that worked?
um, yeah, it worked. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I got me a little curious. And not to be all in your business, but I
Okay.
mean, I do have to get a little bit of tea on you too.
Okay. Let's
Now, what is your relational status right now? Are you single? Are you dating? Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm single right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking, but I'm single though.
Okay. All right.
Talking to people, that's cool, but
Okay.
I'm really single on the grand scheme of things right now. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I feel like enjoy your singleness. I was enjoying my singleness until the person presented himself to me and I wasn't looking, but it just happened to happen like that.
Yeah.
Now, have you experienced where you felt like the love did cost a thing? Like there has been women maybe that you've dated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Funny. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like the love have costed a thing sometimes. And it's like at a certain point, it didn't really cost anything for me because I loved you. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't cost anything for me out of love. But, financially, it's subtracted. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel like it was like me paying the rent or nothing like that.
Okay.
Or me buying food. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like it was just it costed, but I didn't really feel like it costed me. I felt good with doing what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just had to, kind of understand a little bit of what's been going on. And I guess because I got to take advantage of the males when I have them here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have you found to be just challenging in today's dating world in general for you? What do you think has been like the number one challenge that you've experienced?
I feel like the number one challenge I've experienced in my dating experience has to be the I won't say gaslighting.
Ooh.
Yeah, people do gaslighting.
Oh, see, the men get a lot of slack because it's always thought that
you know what I'm saying? Like,
do it too.
Yeah, stuff like that. And I want to say people not really letting you know how they feel. Like, if you mad at me, let me know.
Okay, that's fair.
Don't be like, no, I'm cool. Or then walk around with a mean mug. Like, let me know how you feel. It's all about communication.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Now, along your dating experience, what has been like some of your most memorable ones? Like, what has been some positive light that's been shown in regards to the dating scene? Because I've been out of the game for a little bit, y'all.
Oh, you been out the game?
For almost a year now. November 1st,
Coming home to that woman.
Yeah.
Having a hard day at work, being like, you know what, I'm gonna come home to my woman now.
Okay.
Ain't nothing, I don't know nothing beat that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can agree with that.
You
I
like having
that.
one person that's gonna put up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what is it that you are looking for when it comes to finding your one and only your true love? What is it that you're kind of looking for? What's some characteristics, what's some qualities of her?
That's a good question. Some characteristics I want to say is being someone who's okay with change.
Okay.
You know, like
Okay
if
with
it,
change.
yeah, like if an opportunity come up for you and you got to be in California, you
Hmm.
just like, you know what, let's do it. Like somebody that's not just want to just stay in one spot, you know, that's open minded, that want to just, you know, be like water sometimes and just flow,
Okay.
you know.
Now that's either or if y'all going to California. So if she get a job opportunity, you saying you out. You going to California with her.
We're not playing. Yeah, pretty much. Depending on where we at, you know. That's actually a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just
but yes, yeah, pretty much though. I
okay.
feel like if I'm talking to somebody, then they have to get up and move.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know, I would definitely consider that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So someone who's just willing to adjust with change. Okay. You got some other
Right.
ones.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all that matters.
I feel like you got to know how to adjust with change. Um, I feel like your love language got to be pretty decent too.
Love language.
Like
Oh, the love language has to
yeah,
be decent. Okay.
yeah, like make me feel like I'm a king.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is your love language?
I feel like my love language is, kissing,
Okay.
you
So
know,
yours the physical touch. It
yeah,
sounds like okay.
yeah,
Which no
you
shade,
know,
but most men are. So okay.
yeah, just being there for you, being that
Mm,
person that you can always hit up and then I answer, you know?
okay. So that's so far so good. I guess so far your qualities you look for don't cost any money.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And that's who I am really. Like I don't really need too much.
Yeah. That's
I really go up vibes and,
okay.
yeah.
Do you feel like that came with just becoming older and more mature? Because that always been the case, or you think that just realizing or maybe doing the work within yourself, you've come to realize like the importance of what you're really looking for in a partner?
I feel like over time I've really just learned to appreciate the little moments that matter, you know?
Okay.
Because when I'm going to a date,
Mm-hmm.
the ride there might be the funnest part. We listen
That's
to
true.
music, we
That's
turn up
true.
or getting ready together.
Yeah.
Sometimes the anticipation
Okay.
be the real destination,
Okay. All right.
So
I hear you.
it's just like I'm really just simple when it come to that, like you just respect me,
Mm-hmm.
treat me like the man I am. Um and we good. You know what I'm saying?
Fair
We
enough.
good,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I feel you. And honestly, it's the same for me. It's the little things, it's the simple things. So I will say my original love language was acts of service. But I feel like that
Mhm.
also can tie into my now transition love language of gifts because it really is you just taking that initiative. So let's say, I've had a stressful time. I've just had a stressful week and nothing seems to be going right and I just need to be able to relax. I think that it is realizing that and we're just Netflix and chilling and you decide like, let me give you a massage.
Oh, that's
Well,
fine.
that's still an
Yep.
acts of service and I feel like that's
Feel
still
it.
a gift in a sense because you're still taking that time to be able to, put yourself to the side and to think about me.
For sure. Yeah.
Or maybe it is that we're getting ready to go on a date and I come to the car and you put a rose on the seat or whatever. So it's, as you're getting ready to take me, so again, I'm a passenger princess, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But your acts of services, all right, you don't like to drive, I got you. But also, I was thinking about you. Here's the flowers. So I just feel like it could just kind of all roll into one in regards to the love languages and really just speaking to the female. And again, at the end of the day, I just feel we just want to be heard. We just want to be appreciated. We just want to be shown that you do like us, you do love us, and we are sometimes on the top of the mind where you pick up this or you remembered this. It's the little things for me. Because sometimes even in conversation when I'm talking to my boo, it's the fact that he'd be like, yeah, because I remember you saying that you don't like this. And I'm like, I said that? You remember that?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like
That's one thing about me. I'm a remember.
yeah, well, and so to be honest, a lot of the gentlemen that I've spoken with, when you're really feeling a female, that is it. You're
For sure.
listening intently, and it has to go both ways. So beauties, I've told y'all, make sure y'all got y'all antennas on and y'all listening too, because that's where it's the little things where you both can feel appreciated and heard. It doesn't have to be the amount of money that you have, but it's really just it's the special things, It's really just the thoughtfulness of everything. It's the fact that you remembered.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's my love language as well. Like,
Okay.
when I really care about somebody, everything they tell me go right in the memory bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For you to be able to make your deposits later.
Yep, pretty much.
Or the
And
withdrawals, however you want to look at it. But
I love the fact that you mentioned, little stuff for service, because that's my love language as well. Like, like, say I'm talking to somebody that does a podcast, I would, look up the best type of equipment to get, and I just start getting equipment. Just dropping off boxes, packages like, here, take this. This can help you for this, and stuff like that. Like,
I like
so
that.
I definitely believe that. Yeah, I believe gifts is essential.
Yeah.
If I like vinyl disc, and I got a vinyl player, give me some vinyls. Yeah.
It's simple. It don't cost a whole lot of money, but at least the thoughtfulness. Here's your favorite artist, because now you tying two gifts into one. Like, oh yeah, I remember you said that Prince was one of your favorite, back in the day artists. Like, hey, I found this vinyl for you. You just did a 2-for-1 special. Like, and that, like I said, and that deposit for you is gonna be like, okay, now I gotta make sure that she looked out for us. So I gotta make sure. Let me get her some flowers, or let me take her to her favorite lunch date or something like that randomly. So it's just really just the back and forth, the tick for tack, like you were saying, but in a positive way.
Right.
So yeah, I think that those type of things really can help things to be nurtured and to grow and to be able to flourish in so many ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Because if I'm telling you I love you every day,
Mm-hmm.
something got to show forth eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, you telling me you love me every day, okay. But I need help with this, that, and that. So, I feel like eventually, your actions got to speak louder than your words. And ways of service is ways that you can
be able
show
to
it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this has been a fun episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew that it would be good because, again, it's good for those that are watching, that are listening, because we do have to kind of just get out. Let's think outside the box. Let's not always fall for what we see on the social medias or what we glamorize from maybe your favorite couple. Because I didn't have my times where I didn't like, oh, I just love this couple, and they break up. So I've learned not to put too much into that. But I, for one, would like to just create my own happiness, be able to find my partner, be able to take and grow, and let's be able to show in a positive light that real love can truly exist. And it don't have to cost a whole lot.
For real, because sometimes I can be like Leonardo DiCaprio of Titanic.
All right, I'm gonna have to do a truth moment. I never watched Titanic, but I think I know the premise of what you're basically saying.
Yeah, because he didn't have no money, and then he went after like one of the most richest women, and then they ended up finding love. And then her husband, I don't really, I don't really support cheating.
Right, I
but
didn't know she was.
yeah, but her husband was rich, and she
Mm.
ended up going out with the more poor dude because he just had that fire in him, and he knew what he wanted.
I gotta watch the movie. That's what this boils down to.
I just seen it this year.
I think what throws me off is that it's 3 hours long, right?
Yeah, it's real long.
Some type of movies, I just think about the hours. I'm like, Lord, I don't know if I can make it through.
Yeah, you gotta watch that
But
series.
clearly, I gotta do my research, because that is that's probably one of the most talked about movies, and highest grossing movies of all time or something like that. It made history, so I'll tap into it, y'all. I promise. I'll be more knowledge based.
Yeah.
But okay, all right.
Not saying I'm broke, but I feel like my mentality is the same whether I'm not. If I see something I want, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like we're both, still and that we're still young. We're still young at heart.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure this
Process.
thing out, and we ain't making the millions yet, but it's coming.
Right.
It's coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's the the learning, the growing as you're going along with it. So yeah, we definitely not. We're not broke. We're not without. We always blessed, and what we did before praying is God gonna be able to make sure that we have the abundance we need.
Amen.
And it don't always have to be money with that either. So just so y'all know, check, and check.
Yeah.
All right.
But speaking of check, a reality check is that you is gonna need some money though, if you want to date. That's just the truth.
So they do need money.
Yeah.
So is that just in general the guys or the girls or both?
I feel like both on a longer time span because the first 2 weeks you might not need no money, but
True.
you keep fueling this person head up with what you gonna do for them. There's gonna be times when what you might need to do for them will require some money.
I feel you. I feel like you do need the money, eventually to at least be able to get to know each other. Because I ain't gonna lie, I probably wouldn't want a guy taking me to McDonald's, as a date. So I would like you to put a little bit of thought and effort into it, but it don't have to be something that's routinely done. I'm not expecting you to take me to a 5-star restaurant every single week,
Right?
Because that's not reality. That's not realistic, and I wouldn't want that. Not for anybody's pockets, especially not my own. Because I told you I gotta have enough to cover mine just in case things go left.
Right.
I'm still good. I ain't trying to be in the poorhouse either.
No, for real. Yeah.
So do you have any words for either my beauties, my gents, in regards to, the dating? Because like you said, you are, currently in the dating, realm. And what would you do to kind of keep them encouraged, keep them inspired during what they say is a tough time now?
Beauties and gents, be you. The person that's for you is gonna be there. It might take long. Good love don't come easy, but one thing about y'all vibes, it ain't gonna be forced.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have to squeeze your way into somebody's life. The person that's for you, they're gonna be there. You're gonna have to do some work. But as long as you love you,
okay,
that love that you love yourself, they gonna pick that up and they gonna love you. But it starts with loving yourself.
It does.
You gotta love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody.
That's
else.
true.
You just wasting time. So I recommend y'all to love yourself first, and just don't force nothing. Yeah.
All right, beauties and gents, as you already know, I can't end the episode without asking my favorite question in the whole wide world. So, Koncistent, I gotta ask, what makes you beautiful?
I feel like the way I value myself makes me beautiful.
Okay.
The way that I'm resilient, and that no matter what I go through, that I'm gonna find a way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a beautiful quality. And as it's been going track record wise, that's the first that I've heard.
Oh wow, okay.
So
keep making history.
We gotta keep it coming, because y'all coming with the fire when it comes to this question. So I love your answer.
Thank
and
you.
I definitely would agree.
Thank
and I hope that you guys also enjoyed today's episode. Again, that love doesn't have to cost a thing, that it really can be the characteristics of a person. And from time to time, you might have to spend a little money, but it shouldn't be the premise of you guys' love. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, I love all of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys all so very, very much. Again, don't forget to tap in with my girl Bree with Overflow Studios. Don't forget to book with your girl. I am your relationship coach, and I would love to be able to help you with whatever struggles you're having. Maybe you just need somebody to be that listening ear or to be able to guide you into the right direction. I would love to be able to do so. So make sure you guys tap into mine, beautytoe.com, and book your session with me. And for every like, every comment, every share, I really, truly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on? Just click away. So make sure y'all do that. And I will see you guys on the next episode. And as always, let's make a change.